Yɛda Nyankopɔn ase wɔ n'adom ne n'ahomɔborɔ nea ɔde yɛ na abɛduru yi. Ɛnyɛ nnipa nyinaa na ɛnya ne saa. Sɛ yɛte nkwa mu a na ɛyɛ adom. Sɛ yɛte ase a na ɛyɛ Onyame n'adom. Ɛno nti mede ahohoahoa ne anigyeɛ ne ahosɛpɛ ɛbɛkyea efiefoɔ nyinaa. Obi biara a wohwɛ me, mema wo akwaaba ɛma wadwo ɛde ba EFISEM so. Ɛnɛ yɛ yawada. Bogya yɛ na ebeso akɔ weekend se ya na abrabɔ no wabrɛ ukɔ adwuma saa dwada bɛpem yawada ne hɔ no ya na asɛ ebrɛ no ano ayɛ den. But Onyame a ɔka yɛ ho no ɔma yɛ ahoɔden na ɔhwɛ yɛn so no ɔda so kura yɛ mu. Ɛno nti na ɔne me bɛyɛ adwen a yɛbɛka Isaiah 49 verse 15 to 16. Or say, can a woman forget his nursing child and not have compassion on the son of her womb? Surely they may forget. Yes, I will not forget you. Ampa se ushemu a na kyerɛ sɛ ɔkan duru ha kora ampa ɔbaatan rebɛtumi afi ne ba. No matter how it is, sometimes ebinom timi ekowo kra akoto ne twene. Ebinom etimi gya wo moma ho etu kwan. Ebinom kra timi de omo kɔgye sikedru. Nanso ene anadwi Onyame hye yen kran sɛ ampa ɔbaatan betumi agya ne ba ho na mema safo Awurade de. Enya ade a megya wo ho anaasɛ me rebe few. Ɔse surely they may forget, yet I will not forget you. Ampa se onipa betimi erebe few, nipa betimi agya ne ba ho, nipa betimi ayewa yaka de. Nanso osoro Nyankopɔn ne de, osi ne remfie na ɔka bibi wa ha se, see, I have inscribed you on my palms with my hand. Ampa watchro yendin akuchire yendin ewo ne nsayem. Enidaso asɛm ena esin seye. Your walls are continually before me. Ampa Onyame watchro wudin ewo ne nsayem. Onimo ebra ye mojato ano na wonimo. Inti wabo wudin ena wafrɛ wo. Inti ne se wo hɔ a ma wani enje na ma wo ho enhoahoa wo ho. Isan se wo bambofo bi a wode wo ho ato ne so. Na ono ene Yesu Kristo. Se wonim na mekamfo na ma. Se wonim ne nso asodi mu yi. God bless you. Sene wanya adagye na wanya abutre na wo se me ene oni me ebedi ehia. Ampa o. Eno nti baby awo bi a mesrɛ se fa wakonwa na frɛ wadamfo bi. Se watena se afa wo phone na frɛ wadamfo bi na ka kyerɛ ne se onfanto Richmore Media. Ai se oni link na unsubscribe edru anytime a yɛde program bia betum na ninsa ebeka bi. Enye EFISEM nko na yɛyɛ ne wɔ Richmore Media. Yɛyɛ adwumto a yɛyɛ ne fiada anajo. Kwasiada ye ma health talk. Anopa bia no ye wo nyame aboboa no anase osoro aboboa no ɛhɔ na obetimi ehia anti adwoa na obese atumi ehia pastor omo nyina wo hɔ a omo eboa ama dwumadi no akoso. Nti o download the Richmore Media na wonto sika nweye. God bless you. Hey, na watchi media de bi brem. Kama pa. Last 2 weeks. Samobekaya 3 weeks ago. Ba program is so be year financial management. Mene ohene bema sono opanyini brofuma meka ni say noble man ena mene no be year program no. Na yenye and I'm a share mobo, and I'm a catch them say, Messa abepio, ampa, and ne me de osie ayo yo. Enunti, mia miwa. Se meka na mabona bodinya. Oye lecturer, oye accountant, waye ACA onye accountant ketwa. Na ochirade wo sukuu pon mu a kire se osaye onipa osro nyame na ohwe nyame asafo so. Nti ene anadwi mene elder Ntim ena ene wo eba behia. Na ne din ni nyina be elder Emmanuel Ntim. Ene be mena mma wakwa aba e de ba Richmond Media so.
That's Nana
Fobi. Now the baby aveji.
Nana that's it. Yes.
Yo, na meka say anadwi me ma wo kwa babio e de ba Richmond Media so. Efie boko ebusuafo ho ye.
Obi a ho ye. That's papa. Ye kwa adwuma so na me adaru ma odi abedru efie asomdwe mu nti aseda na ese de ma no.
Ye da Yehowa ase. Metumi aka na we de mebo waba so na masa da wase. Last 3 weeks ago, program ayeye no eye ani so na enipa epeye. Inti no mo pese me sado bebio. Na eye me de say enenso you have given me this opportunity. Say mensa ene umra emeshia. Na Elder Ntim, God bless you. God bless you.
That's thank you very much.
Minim say ya won penny ameye no. Nanso Bible kra ma ye hu ni say akwatafo odu no. Ebra Yesu sa o mo yare no. Na ba akope bai o se ne nkono na aka no. Eno nti mi enyi mani sa ade a mo ye no. Enso mani. Eye me fe papa. Eno nti nenne obi bebi sa se nenne no de kra na ode ba. Ya papa o kasikasem. Nti ono de when it comes to sikasema onfa ni agro. Nti se wo tax se bia wo ye friend is say self-employed na self-employed now per se obi esese wo tax ma o kama wo returns ni ade oni obu akonta emu asofo a musika munya correction da mo pese ye ne mu ekenkan na ye hu tax e wo se mutua ni nyina Mr. Ntim oye sa adwuma no enti papa yi onye ni paketwa ye bewi amede ne number beto wo a wo pese odi sa adwuma na ede ma wo no obetumi edi elder ene assemble na ye deba o say preparing for retirement ene ehun asem ena ye ba beka no last 3 weeks only ye can how I besi manage your finances na your budget ni niema ye betimi dia atutu yi ekoya kodru say na ekoye retirement se ne be ya se odwumayefo wo ye adwuma wo pon na wo pon a wa homagie mu no ebeye den na wabrabo wontotoye senia wo pese wanigie wo ye adwuma na wanigie no sei na wo pese etoa so na eye eno na owura Ntim eba be chirechire ye mu nti elder na me bisawa what is a retirement me di kan kra
So nipa bia de oya adwuma druba bia na se okwaje wa home. But ye wo ne awa pese okwaje wa home ene the government no ahihye e wo se edru amrese anase mfie se ya odi mfie se ya asese wo den okwaje wa home. Nti retirement ne se woje wa home e de afri adwuma mu na fe wakotena fie.
Okay. Enti ene sɛ mete ase a na wayɛ adwuma mfie dodoɔ na wokɔ mpanyin mfie so na afei ahoɔden na a wode yɛ adwuma no yɛse tena ase na agye wahome na di wo berɛ so aba no ɛno ɛho asɛm na yɛbɛka sɛnea yɛbɛyɛ a yɛbɛyɛ yɛ ntotoyɛ a sɛ wodi wo berɛ ne so aba anaasɛ wogye wahome gyie mu no w'ani nyɛ wo ya na biribiara ɛbɛyɛ kama. Yo. Nti ɛberɛ bɛn ɛna saa ntotoyɛ yi ɛwɔ sɛ yɛhyɛ aseɛ.
Yo, I'm say we say that obi bia planning no and I say share no there as I say throughout your life. Now as I say ultimo planning for the education of your children. Nti o planning no bi say o your savings for them. We betuma discuss bi ato bonds and I say ISA, cash ISA and I say stock ISA. We betumi a plan for your retirement. Baby a wo call retirement and I say wo kɔgye wahome a wobɛtena. Ne kasa kra bia na wote aban fie mu. Henfa na wo call retirement a wobɛtena. Nti bia na ɛsɛ sɛ wo yɛ saade no ade to hɔ. Sɛ bɛyɛ a retirement time no duru a wo hu bɛyɛ wo kwakɔtena. Bia ɛsɛ woto fie anaasɛ ɛsɛ sɛ wo si bi. Sɛ ade a wobɛtuma si a. Planning no bi nso yɛ sɛ wo plan sɛ emere biara yɛ a wote wiase ma wo yɛ adwuma yi every day biara no anything can happen and for your daily living no deɛ bɛn ɛna wo yɛ de ato hɔ sɛ normal nkɔ yi a wobɛtumi akɔmu na ɔde akɔbɔ wo bra nti biribi te sɛ wo yɛ savings anaasɛ ebi a wo join employer pension scheme bi anaasɛ wankasa wo yɛ private pension bi ɛsɛ sɛ wo san plan sɛ mmerɛ a wontumi nyɛ adwuma ebi a na wo yare ana biribi saa de obi wɔ ha betuma ka sɛ mɛyɛ income replacement insurance anaasɛ mɛyɛ savings anaasɛ mɛpɛ sika bi ato baabi sɛ bɛyɛ a sɛ mmerɛ bi du na bia me yare anaasɛ biribi to me na mantumi anyɛ adwuma between that time ne time a bia me ho bɛtɔ me no na matumi ayɛ dɛn adi sika no bi ada hwɛ me ho ne me family obi wɔ nso koraa na sɛ wo plan sɛ mewu a kwan bɛn na mepɛ sɛ yɛfa so yɛsie me na yie bɛn na mepɛ sɛ na mepɛ sɛ adaka bɛn ne deɛ ɛka ho nyinaa nti wohwɛ na wohwɛ nipa ne normal wogya na akyire na ebia bɛhia sɛ wobɛsan yɛ insurance bi koraa yɛfrɛ no funeral insurance nti saa sika no yɛkɔgye a na afei yɛde ayɛ wɔyie ho nhyehyɛ nyinaa tutu aho ka nyinaa na ama ɔmo a wogya ɔmo hɔ no ɔmo ani amɛyɛ ɔmo yayaya ɛna planning for your death sɛ wankasa sɛ wuwu firi hɔ a wɔyɛ wɔ funeral deɛ ɔmo de yɛ wɔ funeral ɛna sɛ wuwu firi hɔ a ɔmo a ɔmbɛka wakyi no nso ebia na wo nana wo hwɛ ɔmo na woyɛ adwuma hwɛ na sɛ wonni hɔ a de bɛn na ɔmo nso ɔmo de bɛ survive nti yɛ obi te sɛ life insurance na ebia savings ya anaasɛ bia wɔ property bia nti we mu yɛ some of the things I say we planning na pension no deɛ ɛyɛ nea wankasa sɛ wokɔgye wahome a afei wobɛnya sika regular sika in the same way as ebia mmerɛ a woyɛ adwuma no na wonya sika no bosome no wobɛnya sika de ahwɛ wo ho na sɛ yɛhu sɛ especially in the UK no answer na wobɛtumi a benefit from also your state pensions and your employer pension and your private pension. State pension a bind there no. Na a bind there say obi bia we adwuma bia na wotua tax and national insurance especially no. Part of the national insurance no a call towards your pension. And obi bia wo ya adwuma wo twa national insurance no normal men san na ye de bi ye pension ye de bi ye health or say NHS and ye de bi nso ye benefits. In this wo twa national insurance on yan to mu if say we be kwako da for your pension and be ye wo health and say bia ho kire na say aban so oboa wa benefits and other people and also bet more benefited from that. But normally, no, we'll talk about the state pension because Obi Nipapi or Adwin be say, oh, omo de so omo retirement aban be sure omo. But no correct say so we call retirement sika aban de be ma no bet ma so especially bi wo krampa na o pese life na o lead before or be pension no o pese o to asesa na se wonya adwuman na se wonya plan na se state pension kwa na wode beto so a ebe enough na and nti na ye wo be to say employer pension nti aban no de aba say ono a wo hu say ye call retirement sika or the man no nipa pii no enso omo to bo say na obi wo retirement so na akokora na berewa na sela o force say obi ya adwuma de aka kakra aban de man no but ense say nka yesa nti asisi aban de aba say business bia no bibia o ya adwuma ni sika ebro 10,000 no a year no as I say employer or yeah on one pension scheme na employer no bosumi bia no ana maybe abetua no kan na wa contribute kakra na employer no so de kakra ka ho na ida koto ba bia ma sa kopim say over retirement the earliest time of it my retirement you know 55 years which is early retirement but at the moment you know it's either 65 or 67 but you say na mo can say nipa kwa ni mo no sans pension age no so mo san twa kwa ni mo biem ye bia ni say ndu say enko retirement no mo de 70 kra
so mala
but trying to say yes I will private pension and I say a personal pension and only yet say or dream say I state pension wo ho your employer pension so wo ni mienu nyina no office say na sela na enso nti wo nso obekwa koye another one bi for you busumi bia and I say maybe I'll be as frequently as you want to know or the kakraba koto. And I'm say a pension. And the good thing about that is say says can want to munko and this is savings account to Sassem Biba and now do Sakobom now way, you know. So contribute towards a private pensioner. Obesity said the minimum years I will be there and what Marco withdraw from that in a year 55 years. So and the over contribute to even so jai krampa mu diskan beto until say
what decide
yes and sana ya san e the amount you know ultimo decide say obeje maybe 25% 50% e bi kra at the moment bi o kra ultimo jini na e bi won so obeje bi na de aka no mu twetwa amount monthly and just imagine say government amount state pension kakra na company na no mo ya adwuma no so mo so nam say we join here and also at the end of the period now we are adwuma no pension no yama kakra and then once we private pension so almost ma kakra more likely say be more comfortable financially as since say we rely only on the state pension.
Yo we dey na me bisa o private pension no say wo state pension na wo workplace pension no say private one no wonyɛ adwuma nso a wotumi yɛ ana say ye obi a ɔyɛ adwuma nko a na etumi yɛ saa private way no
Private pension no obia betumi ayɛ bi and I will contribute so tax free no metrem na obetumi contribute monthly and I say as regularly as you want And obiara nso betuma contribute into it for you. And it say okoye private pension na say wo wadamfo bia office of asema o so mesrawa o say obetumi de kakra tum me pension so ama me a obetumi de one off bia akokotum ana say opese o contribute regularly obetuma contribute regularly. The here is obefile form say opese or contribute towards your fund. And o maame papa o namfofo anybody at all employer krampa one ne adwuma no opa obetuma contribute into your private pension and as a personal pension.
Okay. Nti nkrofo bi wo hɔ a yetimi call mo hɔ kɔyɛ saa de na wo de call bank na hefa na so obi pɛ sɛ ɔyɛ saa private pension bi a obetumi akɔ.
Oh, I mean companies bebre, I mean mostly banks na these private and as a personal pension and insurance companies, and there's so many other businesses. So private pension. In fact, so what should I call maybe online? I can say, oh, private pension companies will be home baby, and the fact is say, we are regulated by the Financial Conduct Authority. Nti, which is a buy and a show also making sure say sikabia or mobeja free or na fe modiato hono or more hwesuye. Nti mase obi ewo pension bi na so company na guko na se company na guko krampa ye wo compensation scheme bi a obi a wo company a na wo de wo sika koto agu no sa scheme no be ma wo the money back until you are always guaranteed. But the only thing is so as a company no we are regulated by the Financial Conduct Authority.
Yo, obi wo hɔ a onye adwuma oje benefits saa nipa we obesi dan aye pension ebe den na wanya bi obetimi akire mu hɔ. Adwuma bi a oje benefit ebi a na oyare ebi a na there is a lot of benefit that is there. Ne nkampo so obi hɔ krampa onye adwuma ohwe ne ma also a single parent. Ankrofo no nso no
in terms of private pension, as a personal pension, it doesn't matter who you are and whether you are working or not working. Then I set one up or bank or say insurance company or be a certain up amount. The payment and also no it drew her no one make it into the scheme. Nobody can question you. So I don't know when you now contribute towards your pension. The only thing is, say when you a juma, there's a limit to how much I'll be to contribute into it. I be tax free. Me make a statement about say who contribute into your scheme are tax free. And not just say sika who contribute into any private and also even workplace pension scheme no. And so what your tax also. And employer ne say kura no o scheme no sika on better free wo account no mo eda call employer's own scheme no omoti free mu ansa na tax o, which means as sika na contribute no one then one just so na ebia wow private pension no and am say wo contribute sika no from your bank account no no ebia sika no what they can hear then atua so tax that. And to say, oh yeah, Juma ma what your tax was kana will contribute into your own scheme, the management company, the insurance company was Bango, omo ebe to me akoje. In fact, the mouth failure to say what your tax was, so you want them to claim. And sika tax be what you are also no. Ombeko akoje beka they will contribute to you, And be £100 na what you are. I'm going to 25 pounds at the account. You won't say eventually now I say what you are 125 pounds.
No free money.
And then like I said, you don't pay tax on it, when you are doing the contribution into the scheme. But ebia oko pension, na state pension plus private pension plus your employer's pension. Let me answer in an boom. Na sika na woje no ewa animu dia and the taxi also.
Okay. Animo be saying, yeah, what figures no.
I mean, that's all the time, depending on your
It's
situation.
free figures be a conny etime edio tax was no.
At the moment, Obibia Sika brought 12,570 kono yeah, Joe tax also. But Biwaha a bit massive depending on the situation. Biwaha na me fan say or contribute to pension scheme being so charitable donation ne de can be or contribute to, and I say or yes some expenses be allowed ni na no bet ma factor into sika the amount tax free and sana ya till tax and to bon say obi de was soro obi nso kra wo han de wo from if say bia na wo kra de aban kanti abasa ya tax free income no so, but and the technical granted this is another thing.
And no dear young fanko honey. Yo,
Mm.
Mr. Frank Newman bisa say, does it yield interest? Sasika na omotete edigu hono. Your friend is saying, a bohon, a wo, and that's omotete
Yes,
wa.
employer no
Mm.
employer no the scheme no wo omo invest just be as kind of da koto keke omo invest, but as I say omo invest in such a way say anya too risky say be ya ombe lose ska no so na even private pension one so kra no omo a wo de koma omo no so omo invest ya ska no betima grow enti say interest bi kra na be ba honom ba be kan scheme no ho a any no and so you're tax free until it grow because of more investors as can.
All right. So, as individual, now what are the key financial steps individuals should take to secure their future? Say, be a steps being now, be to me a tiki. Say, what can be there, but now, okay, say, yeah, TFL will seek him, say, yeah, you quack save Ninano. Nininamuno. Sika would ɛdeɛ bɛn na wobɛtumi ayɛ ne yɛbɛka wo nsɛm no wobɛtumi de bi asie anaasɛ obi wɔ hɔ nso koraa mpa a ɔnni pension kɛse na nka mpɛ sɛ mebisa sɛ pension no the more a wobɛtua no ɛno ho sika na wobɛnya kɛseɛ na wobɛnya anaasɛ ne nyinaa yɛ pɛ
Private pension no and as a personal pension no there sika obe contribute to the akotum and ebia tax na mbekwa kwaji edabeka ho and ebia interest bia na se bia omo invest ya returns bia ombenya de aka ho no eno ana se wo retirement a de ewo mu no de wanya wo mu no eno na ye de ma wo enti se bia by the time obekọ retirement na sika na ye de koto ho no awo aba kakra na your friend say yakwaje tax no so da beka ho adru 50,000 no na on sabeka na eno no bit mako withdraw part of it as lump sum na de aka no matwetwa ma kakra kakra and say your friend saying these days cramp the wait magic as much more than enough of my who's be creating at the amount employer no so almost scheme no so sana and so etie edru say work retirement I must be my lump sum na fe the aka no there are different types of those pensions, you know. Minimum church minimum has say, but be or wha or moka say sika a woman and I want sabeka. A being so how must say, oh, it will be based on your salary until ebia 1/60 of your final salary, ebia over retirement salary and now into 1/60 of your final salary times the number of years ebia your friend is saying yeah exactly now I determine how much I every year and I say every month be na fe dey now when you are in retirement into the almost two types there were the defined contribution and then defined benefit scheme and no so we pay more information in a bit much anymore.
okay and it is not defined contribution ne defined way difference a woman any deɛ he
And American say be or yeah, kase sika ewo pension no mu no. From and then a defined benefit, you define how much I'll benefit
Obenya.
from it. Yeah, determine that. And then be also Becca say it will be based on final salary, will be called retirement or 1/60th of your final salary, and then more on a monthly basis. But it also depends on how many years or year Juma. And that is the difference. Ed I say I might define how much I will be based on the scheme no sky womb, and now say it will be based on sika na woje as at the time I will be call retirement.
Okay. Me pacho obi say Mr. Newman or say can the value diminish at a sutimete?
Bibia say on say bibia a risk kakra, so risk free, 100% risk free. During the pandemic I know manko investment no nyina cost so low. Even government one crowd more invest in a crowd and so a risk in the government need to take into. So what to say to the be almost say there's a pension hole, black hole, and we say not just say sika or majije no. So omo kase omo de tua nipa na omo jije omo na enso. So there's a gap between how much is needed and how much is being contributed. And I say I work a fund in the sans na individual na private ones so it me because someone so invest it for you to say be one for some reason but you invest here no nobody expects say be anka no man ko ye ho na anko ya obetuma lose scan be.
Okay. Thank you. Nti na metumi abisa. How important is to start saving for your retirement if anything early? And what are some effective strategies do you need to do so? Nti na ebre bɛn na ɛwɔ sɛ wosi so a anaasɛ wo start sɛ wobe save for your retirement way no. Na sɛ wo save a sɛ ɛno nso koraa ne ɛkwan bɛn na wobɛfa so a wobɛtumi de sika ato hɔ anaasɛ wobɛyɛ wo nhyehyɛeɛ for wo daakye no mu. Apart from pension anyway no anaa ɛno yɛ sen sɛ wokɔ save ɛwɔ bank no kyerɛ yɛ mu how a yɛbɛtumi anyɛ a yɛbɛtumi agyina
Me
yɛn
no
nan.
me fi say o pesika ho dwo pa ohun say o wa hodin de bibi kura mposi a obetumi akọ adwuma but wo kọ pension and I say when you are old adwuma no kura obekọ akọpẹ no ye hwẹ say na o siti as obenya hwẹ so obetumi aye nti afi de adwuma ka obetumi aye na why limited because ebia car kura wontum ko driver as a taxi driver and I say wontum ko ye cleaning na adwuma wo ye no so ebia na de na wo ye no before no ye hwẹ wo age na say wontum ne nti obia onyina your chances of getting job no very much reduced. And I am more crucial say obe save towards your future, which is during your pension age, than even now for yourself. And what you want, because nobody knows that will be able. We are not saying say sikabi obenya be save no sa. They may be now do say pension. Now why they could because life is not guaranteed. Say obenya do that age, but on the assumption say I could do pension age enough yes I transfer more no there's more risk say unyam plan ya ohun bechiro so enti na ya ka say wokɔ holidays no na wo san this kind of to ho na pension no de ya na more restricted so untum nko yibi enti no you safer. Savings account is also fine because I know so say be ahoche bi pa ba na say so hia sika den a obetuma kwakọ yibi but you cannot I wouldn't advise anyone say forget about pension or the financial to savings account because obetuma could this scan if you do so over pension now niska. And now me advise say for sika nyina pension to the sense say only savings yeah obetumi I use you and you have to balance the two. Oh yeah, budget in a way. Now who say after me can expenses you know the aka no me pese me say will be for property. Me property business. And now say me the bill for pension. And me science save will be for times me home me. Until you need to balance the two. So at the moment when you are planning for the future and the future number two now we're there. But then one planning for the future so now blow in so Dr. Ahen or Kasembi or say no the first half of your life no and once now be repu in the second half of your life. In terms of the first half of your life and then up to 50 or 60 years. Second half of your life and they say the results of what you did when you were strong. Now after the obenyine no bedu abi na why poor na just say one plan ye. Ebedu abi now ya de bia bebo na ebia na no ma bia na wo ye nuro bia na wo num ne de kaka ho nso anya effect on you. And whatever you do in the first half of your life, you will repeat and say, "Oh, decide this. Well, I'm enjoying now, but let me put some aside for the future." I know during that time now called retirement, you will be laughing.
Okay. Medasi papa. No aka. Hello, Bonnie Love. I am our Onia. Masama me pese me bisa pa de sese ya. Can you explain the benefits of pension plan and how individual can minimize their pension contribution? Ubetimi amaye hia ehu hia pa. Nia wakeka na yate ase but se bia pension no so wutua kese na edru ho a wanya kese ana se wo se wutua ketewa na odi bibi foforo koto baabi
Say, is based on your personal circumstances. Well, ebia wo ya adwuma na wonya sika ohun say at the end of the month na bia akaba £200. The £200 na aka no say what the 30 or 40 pounds be ekoto pension more affect you significantly. I would be better for savings. Now the pension no I thought be a bit mark say oh matiso they may contribute to matiso to contribute to that much or contribute 50 but edu be the one who say no man call you into matiso they about 30 and at 20 and at 10 you can do that normal call yeah you can increase it.
Okay.
Sounds so now savings so bit my increase and I say what decrease remember say the entire me pension say nipa me no back contribute towards pension and back contribute towards savings account. They are all contribute towards the savings, I'll buy a wise of my example, what the £100 or two your friend is saying, or pension more. Yeah, the tax I would try £100 on back account. Maybe 100 and now 125. The background or the 100 no to savings account. Young tax I would try and also no and from account. Until you can see even from scratch, back on the fund no more 125 back on so 100. What would that savings account say interest back one? What your tax on the interest? The other auto pension no say interest and now say returns be about one. There's no tax on it. And you won't say in the pension fund, so can be grow quicker as in near or the two savings account. So that is the difference. And say that is the benefit of being part
Pension.
of the pension. So soon say employer there now will contribute to will contribute towards the employer scheme. So 50 now will contribute to our employer is also meant to contribute a certain amount. A bit or the same. Say we are now who contribute to 5% of your income. Now employer and so the 5% account. A bit on so employer because of me the make contribute. I think there's a minimum of 3 for the employer. But the employer bit mark say who contribute to 5%. I mean the 3% back on. And 3% back on. Now cost employer bit mark say what the 5 and the 5 beba. I'll tell you, maybe give an example. Maybe now me more by Bibina. Or the buyer say, you contribute to. Now, one might say, you better contribute to up to 6%, but Sikabia, you may contribute to Biano. The employer will match it.
Okay.
The maximum is 6%. And I been so, and then the minimum was 3%. And I'm for so made 3% now. I don't want to, lose money on my net. And now me decided to say, I 6%, because 6%, employer not the same amount on a back home. Over 3%, employer and the son of back home. And over 1 or 2 years time, no, now I'm going to statement, Brian, no. Now, media no more than twice how much are not or more there no. A woman. And now, some more investing so and also a bit me, I'm a sika, passing by the home. But with the savings account, you only get the interest now applicable. JBI or the Koto bonds and as we are 5% or 3%. And as we are a variable there, and also based on the interest rate. And now I'm back home. But remember, say you can also pay tax on the interest you get on the savings account, but you will never have to pay tax on the tax na mokɔ de bɛka ho ɛne the employer no de bɛka ho ne de ɛka ka ho nyina nti obi bia o yɛ adwuma na employer scheme wɔ hɔ na bɛka say, oh, do you want to join? It's not compulsory. You can opt out. Whether your income is high or low, you can opt out. But who opt out, you are losing the portion na employer no betim there. That is what you lose. And to me, the my advice will be as a employer pension scheme be don't say who contribute to seekers what 30, 40, 50 pounds a month and you are losing the one that the employer would have added. But why sikana when they koto no adoso ama so pensioner you get something. And I advise everyone to join the employer scheme.
Okay, and to come to think of it, if say only a chronic so you're self-employed, not all year ni private pensioner. Sika bia and free baby a meka bibia ho te se ne a we employer betimi di sika aka ho no. Sa ni mi no.
So we are self-employed, not just a one now we are employer no so and you are not expecting anyone to add money. But the good thing about the self-employed person is who decide to say £100 na wutia into your own personal pension now. Saskano government no bema what tier free will sika wunya ye no mu and sana de aka no ya tax.
Okay.
And they are £100 a month. Now be a year na kusi 1,200. Oh, but your tax return now. Saskana utia into the pension. The remember what tier free usika unya enu. And sana de aka na tax, which means that because of pension into no, they better tax you less.
Okay. All right. Oh yeah, dear. Bonnie Love, or say, wow, thanks for explaining. I will get mine done. I will get mine done soon. And you mean you about say when you Ntim papa because and na ye chere no naturally say e be before ya dream will be a ha papa. The son say ya na ye fi say sika na ye tete kora enche na bia went to me and yakese anase went to me wa kura gya ho. Enti uncle me pese me bisa say wutua pension na se bia nru ho na wuwa, is it transferable?
One say pension yeah the koto hama enti bebre ho krampa be ma de nipa be beneficiaries on the event is when you're available when when it's due. And you can decide to say mini why young farmer way and I say young farmer way. Remember say I know you're very similar to say why we savings so the why you savings and I said that or account to na say when you are obviously unless of king and I say or more benefit from you, they will get that. And science on a pension and so tier.
Okay. Na afe na mebisa se obi ye pension a edru bre bi a otimi decide se obeji sika no.
When I make kind one say pension be our no. The minimum, as far as I know, the minimum period obetimi I started withdraw from the fund, when you are 55 years. Sometimes they are due to ill health until Marco early retirement. But so you have to go on early retirement because of ill health, then that will be paid to you. Otherwise, the earliest I will be to me quality your pension will be 55 years. Even the state pension or a private pension, the minimum will be 55 years. Only say, yeah, among person budget in terms because you believe say 55 years and you are still strong and can work and get money. And so yeah, na sikana unyano, na is just saying how much when you go on full all over the way to the retirement age.
Eno nti na se metimi abisa. What are some common tax savings strategies that people can implement to plan for their financial future?
What's it? Tax saving strategy?
Yes.
Oh, tax saving strategy. Tax saving strategy back on the pension, which I've said, tax I will Sikana will contribute towards your pension, whether it's a private pension or is your employer's pension, employer's pension or employer sikana free account and I say we pay no more and no tax until you save tax. And I say we contribute towards your own pension. Now you're self-employed and so and also your free your friend is saying why or income now when you are self-employed more or less like an expense and sana they can tax you. That is the tax saving that you can have as somebody who contributing towards a scheme.
Okay. Yeah, that's it. Ebra yi mo se obi wo fie na se opese obisa asem bi a ekwan ewo ho se obetimi afre esim na wabisa ne a wopese obisa. Your number ne ye 0796189617. Obetimi afre na wabisa. Na winim. One love say, can you request on early pension, please?
I mean, there must be a reason for the early pension. So when you're in 55, now who requested to go on early pension? What would be the reason? Because when you're signing on, they say that the minimum age for receiving your pension will be 55. And if you want to receive it before that date, then you say there must be a good reason. There has to be probably a medical reason why you have to receive your pension earlier than the date. And when medical reason, be what I'm say, oh yeah, I went to my beam, and I say, maybe I some kind of terminal illness be. I just say over to my and that can be a good reason for requesting for your pension early. Otherwise, you have to wait until at least 55 years.
Okay. Not just say. And yes, I want no kwa no de akose me Mexican. Yeah, Famausa. There must be a reason.
There has to be a reason. And
Yo, Facho to us.
it's all right. I mean, 55 and there is the minimum that you can claim. Yeah.
How can individual ensure they are making informed decision about investment and financial planning for the long term? Ebeye den na ankra behu ne say ade yi a me eboa long term way financial way ebeboa na daachi say ahokyere ba a matumi anya biribi agyina so. Nneɛma bɛn na ɛwɔ sɛ yɛde yɛn ho toto so ne yɛhu ne sɛ wei deɛ yɛ long term and financial planning.
Okay. Papa be a friend of Ben Chapman, one now ye Financial Conduct Authority boss. Now on my warning be say in the UK no up to 15 million people are they are not saving towards their retirement. And state pension is not enough. So and because of that, you see a lot of people working even during their retirement. So obi pa ebia no pa bi was also koya adwuma kra na obi say oh what happened. But people have different reasons for not wanting to do it because back obi say I want to enjoy today. I mean Medan who say retirement age in cry but to me obi so say I'm too young to think about pension saving. Obi so say pensions are boring. They been sika o dey for a long time. Obviously, I don't understand pension enough, or probably need enough cash. I'm a day to ho, and I'm assigned to be a pension. A big strong say I don't trust pension providers, and that's what I'm coming to. I don't want my money locked away. I might need it sooner. I don't stay at one job for a long
time.
period of time, and so I don't want a problem. I'm self-employed. Oh, so what is it? Property will be my pension. Yeah, me will die into my pension. Somebody says I just have can't get around it. But a bit more we can easily explain. One remember I started and I say, if you say I don't trust the pension providers, the reason you can trust the pension providers and they say before I only provide the pension, now they have been thoroughly investigated and approved by the Financial Conduct Authority, which is responsible for regulating all such institutions, banks and insurance companies and the pension providers in Nano. And the government's eye is in it. Now, Mesanka said there is a financial compensation scheme, pensions compensation scheme. Yeah, so even on the unlikely event, say a company be a pension, so a go bust, there's still the compensation for you. Compensation, all the banks and the insurance companies, more provided pension, and also. I'm register government control now they do have to contribute towards a particular fund. So fund they make us a compensation fund, So companies now contribute towards that fund. Or easy towards in the event one of them children now almost save musika or sa company no sa can be no better than and it is the government that oversees that. And you can trust, say, the company that provides pension. And anything as private pension, they always take your national insurance because they want to know who you are. Say, with me, our pension. Also, say, if I say the Joe tax, what you are scan as well, they always know where to go to or where to verify. But or because I'm a self-employed, and so my explain is we are self-employed, but it's better to do so because we not only employer's pension, no be, and one way na abɛyɛ state pension kwan na ɔbɛ benefit. Nti ɛbɛyɛ sɛ ɔbɛyɛ private pension no. Na the good thing is say who contribute to no so no. Saa sika na contribute to no. The best fun is our business expense into wet much frame and send at the can watch your tax also. Nti wow as a self-employed. But because I don't stay in one job for too long, and also it's not a big
Not
issue.
reason mouse or the baby.
All you need to know is that I'm running a company with na mutual pension. Na me wɔ ha na mutual pension. Just list them. Say do pension age now. They will start talking to you. Say there one move that's different. Now be one more and you're aware of your new address, that's different. But even these days, company or businesses and our companies are say call retirement and I will call retirement for now. Oh, my year, my baby being kitten, your pension. They will be able to dig out and bring out all those companies, and then you can claim your money from them when you go on retirement. And there's no need to be afraid to say, oh yeah, your friend is a pension. There is a compensation scheme, there is the tax saving, and then because the money is locked away for you during the retirement, it is safer than having a savings account. You can always use it.
Okay. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, can you na yeah ka obi a wɔyɛ adwuma na or saving for the retirement and anaasɛ or planning for retirement. Na yɛde ba layman asɛm mu a obi wɔ hɔ a ɔtɔn adeɛ wɔ dwom. Obi wɔ hɔ a ɔtɔn nneɛma koraa wɔ table so. Saa nipa wei ɔno nso ɔbɛyɛ dɛn ɛna watumi ayɛ planning anaasɛ wayɛ nhyehyɛeɛ de ama ne daakye. Ɛhe fa na wɔmfa ɛbɛyɛ dɛn na wakɔ yɛkan deɛ nka asɛm a yɛkan deɛ ebi bere mu menka ne sɛ sɛn when it come to Europe ɛne yɛ n'aborɔkyi man mu a anka nea yɛka ne mu da hɔ paa na yɛde kɔ yɛn kurom te sɛ Ghana nom ne adeɛ. Ebinom tɔn nneɛma wɔ dwom, ebinom ɔmo nso na ɔmo bɛyɛ dɛn ɛna ɔmo ayɛ nhyehyɛeɛ towards ɔmo pension na kɔba sɛ egya bi kɔtɔ ɔmo store mu ne adeɛ anaa wɔkɔnyina afei na abɛyɛ haw na abɛyɛ amaneɛ na kyerɛ sɛ oni bɛɛhwɛ.
Say a jet or be at the moon there, then you'll be talking about the insurance. But in terms of say all pension, no, in the UK, no, will be a pension. Say even for some reason, one year juma, if there's a good reason, say be a yare and I say be a obi, or sure obi, and I say anything the antia. Selano, yeah, government back credit too. As if say or contribute to enough pension for those years now yara and I say now will be no until you will still go on pension. The only people who might not go on pension or you're self-employed. Now or the what should I why in a business and a loss until enough money loss any form of national insurance because I've told you say national insurance now go towards the pension say one any national insurance at all. And now there's a reason why you are not paying the national insurance. For example, then the government and well, what's the benefits? What's the benefits until what's the benefit? And also government number mouse credit as if you pay the pension. But in the absence of that, mahu sɛ nipa pii da bia moyɛ a mompɛ sɛ motua bibia. I don't want to pay anything. Yes, remember say in the UK no answer na obetuma even the state pension no you should have contributed between 10 to 35 years. 10 years no yet when you can qualify to start receiving any form of state pension. Until post obi wɔ hɔ a ɔbɛkɔ pension na when you contribute to national insurance up to 10 years, until now I catch us say, well, won't any pension. This and you trust Kabima say, but you as Cano, na Emma unya up to 10 years and son was start to receive the state pension. But when you contribute to do 35 years or more, there you receive the maximum state pension. Not me sure will be with the state pension, I think it's about 200. Yes, at the moment, it's a 203.85 a week for
200.
yeah, £203.85 a week for the full pension. So and it's a what contribute to national insurance 35 years or more, unya full pension of £203.85. But these figures will change. It's just a guide. Say currently that is how much government need to. And it means even Obia will receive full pension crampon is about £815.40 per month. And in reality, £815 per month, not many people, especially which are rent now, now transportation, and so but that is about 9,784 a year. So that's the way, unless it's a bit out here, Krabiasi or your crum and Sana Besson. And into na important say Obe contribute to towards your employer's scheme, one because I'll be thinking about say baby. But the way that self-employed employer is even more crucial. Say Obe making sure say at least we have tax return, what you have some
Amount.
national insurance. So then I qualify or say that year or qualify for state pension. Na say one to be now one so cry employer pension. One so I won't your friend is saying private pensioner. Now in there you are in for trouble unless you can guarantee yourself so your savings and other things over to me I rely on during pension. Otherwise it's very, very serious. Say won't your national insurance and as won't join any pension scheme.
Right. Naturally, say Crowe, the tax on a boy a home by this annie and my way, that Timmy ni why you're Jenny free. Say, be I'll be
I mean,
war.
the normal tax, yet and it been by the police, Mumbai, Hombai, soldier for road, Namsui, need the Hekaka Hun, and national insurance, and so, oh, yeah, the be my benefit, yeah, the be, if anything, yeah, the be, NHS, they signed to be a pension. And to Sikabia, now, by no general, there's a reason for that. So BY is specific, B ones why and yes specific. The normal tax, and there is for government expenditure, but when it comes to national insurance, it's for specific purpose.
Right. Yo, naturally, say, would you now a jebby? Say, would dinner would dinner dachi the how beba? It's when put the by now, yes, say, yama or the bema on onya ya juman dear. Na say, sa workplace pension ne wo hɔ definitely no ebeti ama wanya bibi kakra e de ato na wo dachi mu no wanye mobo yo na metimi abisa ni a etwa to se bia obi ewo asem bi bisa okay ose kwako Edward ose very educative interesting topic. Well done. God bless you too, my brother. Maybe I will be that say. Na Harry Otabo so no share free US or no need kind a share ye. Then I me person me can says a woo fee now or say will be sa sembia way a year. Say when you're on a foot to forward and your consultation be but more than not take advantage na misro. Any question a year crucial what dream concerning pension tax retirement bomodin efama menu obeyi ano amount. Then na uncle, how can individual navigate the complexity of tax law and tax laws and regulations to optimize their financial planning?
Hey, Profit, this all can be more. How can individuals navigate through? Can
The
you implemented?
complexity. Aha. Ɛbɛyɛ dɛ menka okay meka no wanya the gist nansa manka brɔfo no na meka twi da bia na wante mase ye. How can individuals navigate the complexity of tax laws and regulations and optimize their financial planning?
Every individual who works, whether you work as employed or self-employed, no, you have to know, say you have a responsibility. Okay. Now, responsibility is over to the right amount of tax. Now, obi or categories, especially the self-employed. And I've been also businesses. I'm also aware no also categories na and also eventually you can be in trouble. But if you are employed, the responsibility to correct tax and pay it to HMRC, employer, no. But even that crowd, almost say one are ultimately responsible. And so we EFISEM mra so na mra sometimes you may not know. To the bin so ana unim na obu ani so. Mahu ni papia omahu se wonya letter na se letter no ye brown pa say tax for na twemi ontia no kra ontia no nso na bia na say oh ye hwe no now unentua enough tax be come and pay the rest. Ebi also na ye say your friend is saying what you too much tax budget usika. HMRC is fair to everyone. So what you tax bro so the bema. So when you tax enough and so you beka say be den. And as a ubu tax mra no so ye penalties, any charges. Now your life can be held. Mahuni pabia okode ka £35,000 for the tax I know you. And I'm so sorry my age in the fee. You got on the fee. You got on the fee and you got on fee £250,000. And I'm saying you go through the process our trustees anyway more or more yes
first canina.
Yeah, no. Na nipa kro no wanya sika no be back o.
Oh, what's that?
Omo charges in the account no wasan be de ka biem. Afa yesi ye kwa koton ni second house. Eda ba be den, eda betua kakra na aka 12,000. Ana omo ekohu accountant be na accountant and say we mintimu nya hwe. So obenya sika kutua 12,000 mam. O say man lose my house on 35,000. Now I might have to pay another 12,000. O say one tua ye beji fie no.
Wow.
Until eventually, no, they were going to repossess the house and sell again until say Ekohu MP say, Mami is about to be made homeless. They're doing the first house, but the second one because no the car na omaton fie back one so. And you say it's kind of money announce but omo ankasa omo ye ho adwuma no lawyers no omo ka ho no omo fee a omo charge ye no bro 100,000 and over plus they know they can they account our man yes can be MP had to intervene and more say okay you and na say probably 3 size can as na mama no say can this country some people ignore say oh you letter one time okay no say me na be na kan was say wo konne si obi mfikyire anadwo a let's say bini no beyira sumunumu at the next morning no we will see it and don't cover it and think it will be gone. You need to act on it in the same way as Ushia at the same I mean when you letter from the bank and that's also almost be dime car mintiano that one too has got its own negative consequences. Whatever the issue is, you need to deal with it. To navigate yourself around it, the law doesn't mean, and I don't want to say you're trying to dodge tax. That's the meaning of the question. To navigate yourself means be tax aware. If you don't understand it, consult and deal with matters when they come, because there are consequences for ignoring or trying to dodge the tax system, because you'll be found out, and then the consequences can be very, very dire.
Yeah, that's it. Papa. Ebusiafo, mo tie o. Mr. O number na me babo so bi o. Me say 079 618 9631 say o pesa o bi say bibi afre. So wo mo bi so apesa o de boa na wo kan e boa yen a eno so e kwan da ho. Enti Ellen Clark, I'll say all the information is on HMRC AMPA. Thank you. Now,
I mean,
yes.
there are some tax benefits as well. Say, we a spouse, and I say, you are in a civil relationship. There are some benefits. Maybe I'm fan say more property kurampo. Na maybe I'm the high so you have to pay tax on it. But mummy no back on a higher income. Back on so a low. And in the low no. As I said, we make sure say Sadia I don't know, and Ramoni and say their names Nisika low no nanidia, and to honor obe report to profit na in free property no no. Sebaya obe to a low tax. So rather than say it is owned by the one that has got a higher income. I don't know it. And secondly, we have something we call marriage allowance. One of you sika swapa na back so sika dawson. Obetuma transfer obetuma say you want to claim marriage allowance. I know a very simple term, but what it means is obia personal allowance na will enjoy every year. No, they will transfer 10% to the other person. Na the sika dawson to more tax. No, and non just say obe save some scabi 252 a year. But then okay, come about 4 years. Oh, no, 1,000 and that is one of the savings. Maybe to my say more 2 properties. Now where the advice maybe I'm fancy more 2 properties. Now person mo turn back. Na it will be a good idea say them person mo turn no mbekwa kotenam. So because some person mo turn nti mo kotenam for some time. There's a qualifying period be a otenam na so woton a obetuma let say we am principal place of residence, which means say woton and for so obenya no property no so no won't your tax also. And we are no motor and we are no motor the other one, and so mo beto and so and mo na motinti won't your tax also. But we won't say and these are some of the things that you can navigate your way around, but nya na ye kire
saa deɛ wɔ no ɛno nso na ka mbɛka sɛ yɛtwi ne nko a ne yɛka wɔ ha nduru saa bere yi a yɛmfa prɔfo koraa ma mu but the system is not as wicked as we think ampa. Pay your taxes as needed be better be safe than sorry. Okay, yeah, that's it. Or say tax system no ne system no ne ekuro ya yeti me obi a ekuro ye mu eden enye saa ne tie se ekoba se wo hwe se ne a wo ya wo niema yi a niema bi nso ekwan da ho na you better pay your tax as needed to be than say obema wo ho akere wo ye da se papa elder mpacho adeɛ baako a mespɛ sɛ mebisa sɛ bi koraa mede twa toɔ. Are there any upcoming changes in tax laws or pension regulations that viewers should be aware of when planning their retirement or their future?
Tax law no there's a sign every year. Nina say government no ma tenasia no ma dream baby ho no mo da parliament na yakọ debate na yaje atum ana say yanya ntum. Yaje tum pa abeye part of the tax law. The yebeka ne the yaje atum no en na beye adwuma. Nti to say pension say ebi akora a bit mark say the pension age no more increase.
Sorry.
Pension age in increase which means it will take you a longer time to go on pension and start claiming, unless you say you want to go on early retirement, which is not beneficial financially. Personal allowance, how much ube and sana was that to your tax was so and also you should be aware of that. Assistant every now and then, every year be abundant assistant. Even the rate of tax assistant all the time. But so what is a chancellor na beka the budget? It's not only about taxes, but the benefits and so you we mu benefit way you say you way free mu and the you have to be aware. What is a budget that evening? No, news. Try to understand what is going on and how the impact it will have on you. Last year, now yes, the amount of money who contribute into your pension a grew won't to your tax so but a brochure will start to your tax since the beginning of getting to the end of last year no more my abolition until after the bit more contribute to unlimited amount of money into your pension fund you don't have to pay tax on it and that's one of the changes. Your friend is saying personal allowance on the assistant or a cost, which means we more money and some of us start to your own tax. Big company tax and so yes 19%, but you say you're increasing from 19 now to 25%. And now you have to be aware of that because it will impact on you. Allowances every time and year necessary. Any property loss and so all the time necessary. If you want me to tell you something that will happen in future, I cannot say everything because it's more likely that they will be changing on a yearly basis.
Okay. So are there any common mistakes that we do that will affect our planning for our future? No, and then now bet me the account the common mistakes we should avoid. Cry near ma a beer a dear to just a year planning and I say yeah say yama ye dach near maybe or what any kind say ye cry. Common mistakes a bit me affect ye based on individual there, but is there any genuine one I can't say where they will be a bit me affecting?
One say, and I start here in America and say, you need to plan for normal P. Na ebini say woko retirement hefa na obetina. Obi enwe sa enti say obon say woko retirement na say o san koto aso a rent dan you know say o pension no be stretch. Enti o thinking about a normal P now o dream say when I go on pension hefa na metina. If you don't think about that, you can suffer. In the end, now old people's home, and I say, now you have to go on emergency accommodation. All those will be throwing it up and down. And dying to one of the things that I always advise because, nipa me back home, akwa bobo bank, akwa to dying, and a bank in maybe 25 years. The other one, 25 years in no to rent. Near Okoto dan no Okobo bosia to dan ka no 25 years no what to dan ka wie. Dan ye ne dia won to rent biem. There be obetua an insurance and a few running expenses. Near one to dan no slow that's ye dan. That's to rent. But there be wono pese wotena ha say you want to go back home. I'm only speaking about if you been a buyer no. And so wobeko fie akwa ho. And so I saw people be a akwa so that so woko pensioner obey comfortable obi obetena. But we na obi enni baby obetena. Ono so kra oni sika bia wo da to ho. Pension nso wanya bi. The ka o say oh me nte pension say o me feel say state no behwe me na the ka ho. State no behwe no bon say woni be ya be do abi kompo na wo sika wo tua no for even utilities crampo so now you have to be asking for pension credit now with their support to more data. One other thing is so ma morning there should be primary and primary ni say oh sure more school ni na fe o ma wie anya adwuma so mu wie no munya adwuma me say ebedu ba be no mo kora da ka papa mu chen wo but it's better if you say kakra e bia wo dey to ho no nobody will be interested in it so ma wo there I say wo me pesika dey see me pe dey no boja nkora na ndu se won pension no na they are still in need nti afre na wo no you are struggling na hwe kwa no bi kura be pe waku afa their own because here. But if you help them to get the best for themselves kakra bia e beka no wo betumi are comfortable with it and you can even expect to say because of your omu ye no na bia omo kra no omo so from time to time they can come and support you but we are not guaranteeing that and we are not saying say you should think about the children say on baby show but if you omu ya omo burden omo adwendwen about the children's welfare or safety no will no longer be there. They will rather be thinking about you.
Wow. Yeah, that's it. Ellen Clark. Hey, and then Ellen Clark. The person me who is good or contribute here is good, but is downside is there so an Ntim konye. I'll say, is it good? It's good. Is it good? But it's downside to the me who say me na mean to mean kind year. And you're not uncle Edaswara.
I think taking pension scheme does not mean you cannot work part-time in private pension scheme. Taxes can still be contributed. That's Ellen Clark though.
Okay, well, the second one also,
I mean, okay, so what it means, so what your pension and just say won't wow. Normally crampo people say pension now what in a few and Ntim. And you can still be working if you feel you can. So but you're not working as hard as before. You're only working to support the little that you have or the amount that you have, or just to keep yourself active.
I say selling your property. I say, is it good? But its downside is the
I think he was talking about property.
Selling your property services means testing in inevitable.
All right. Okay. So probably what she's trying to say is we'll talk property and I say call retirement. Sometimes share a show crown pono. Share say property. Becca once and I determine say a bit more support and I ain't more support. But would you want to say because you don't want them to use your property as
take care of
basis, I don't know how much support they will give you until we'll forget about that. And in fact, I'll rather say, me ya juma na me nya de me amepe na me de aye na me pese me ye na my enjoy even up to retirement than say me thinking about say, oh, I would like the state to be supporting me, and because of that, as I say, me market to be say, yeah, you best support me, and I say, mental property because auto property, I wouldn't say, okay, retirement, you better show property no value, yeah, because be a cry, turn their show, na no son, and sana, you started at your care, but what some people.
See, yeah, you got it. Yes,
And
not just say, yeah, what kind of no other.
some people,
Precisely.
I mean,
That's
me kura me nya kura anka ban enye de
Emma more.
enhwe me so um but if aban be hwe me a na e bia at a point in time ntimi hwe me ho bi ma na say bia I've exhausted all my assets as at the time na aban ba mu no enti men restrict your ho in any way or adwuma mu anaasɛ wo wife a wobɛkreti because you think say wonya more a aban mmɛhwɛ wo. Think
Yeah.
about your happiness when you are working. Think about your happiness when you are enjoying your own property or your assets when you are on vacation. And the rest, leave it to God. If it happens, run to me and take care of yourself up to a certain time because you have used all your assets. And the state will come in.
That's it.
And
And then
you see, the thing is, we're also not talking about yang we are talking about
the
there's no such benefit in Ghana. I was in Ghana, for example. There's one of the things that worries me is the fact that in the formal sector, no, I don't have any form of pension at all. And to go say, me mama, no, you're farmer, and wɔyɛ farmer no ɔkɔɔ adu baabi a wɔntumi nɔ no sɛ nka ne sɛ ebia ne mma a wɔgye bi hwɛ ɔmo sukuu a ɔmo nso ɔboa na nka noa no nka she's finished financially nka ɛno no bɛtuma ma no awu ntɛm but I think sɛ probably nka government no should have made a pension plan for ɔmo a wɔyɛ self-employed ɔmo ntɔn nneɛma a odwa mi bosomi biara yɛ ɛfa to yɛ register o yɛma o yɛ pension number bosomi biara yɛ fɛ sika kakra sɛ
security.
but I hear so these days we have private pension schemes in Ghana until so we are self-employed or so when you're self-employed or you can still join a pension scheme until so you'll be our free Ghana and I say anywhere that we don't have state benefit and our pension if you are not in the formal sector. No, sir, there are these pension schemes available. So we join there. Now, scan kakra will contribute to no. So we'll call pension and I'll do pension age. That's a it may not be so much, but at least you'll be getting something back.
Yatio, any na ya dasi papa nyame hyira Ellen ya bɛkɔ akɔka kyerɛ Paul why now wabɔ mmɔden ayɛ making changes in Ghana no korɛ ne ɔse n'ani agye yɛ program yi ho papa menim sɛ tiefo ɛwɔ fie nyinaa nso ani agye ho na neka baako na mesi mebisa sɛ enti sɛ obi wɔ kuro ni mu na ɔyɛ part-time job ono nso no ne pension no ɛyɛ a na ɛho asɛm ka na ɛte sɛn ɛyɛ sɛ ɔbɛyɛ part time bi a na wɔhwɛ nkwalaa nom ne adeɛ anaasɛ n'ahoɔden no ntumi ma ne nyɛ full time ne nyinaa no sɛ pension wɔ mu anaasɛ ebi nim saa.
So you're part time now wɔhwɛ nkoraa osika is not enough. But even that, still I'll bet me adjoining your employer's scheme. And now, still I'll bet my private pension. But you also know, say, oh yeah, oh yeah, That's also kind of enough. The government is there because yeah, especially Europe and as UK, as in yeah, we are in a welfare state. The government always support you if you have genuine reason for not being able to do full-time work. And the fact will contribute towards your
And
part-time employer scheme, and I say wow, private scheme does not mean say the government will not give you the benefit that you deserve.
okay, that's it. Uncle, ɛnɛ sɛ ka me nkɔ ka me na wobɛbɔ nkɔmmɔ abɔ nanso neɛ berɛ no ne yɛn ɛbɛba abɛduru nie enti nea na ka ɛwɔ sɛ wode twa toɔ no na woabɔ mmɔden aka ama yɛn nyinaa yɛho sɛ abrabɔ yi mu nea woyɛ biara no ɛwɔ sɛ woyɛ nhyehyɛeɛ ɛna nea ɛtwa toɔ sɛ yɛ pension ne yɛ tax rate matters ne nyinaa decision no waka ɛwɔ sɛ yɛhu sɛ yɛbɛsua anaasɛ sɛ ɛba sɛ yɛredi wei a yɛntena ase ne yɛntie bi ne yɛhu kuro no baabi a ɛrekɔ ne mu nneɛma na sɛ wowɔ kuro no mu nko adeɛ a woka mmara ne ho nti ɛwɔ sɛ woyɛ elder nyame nhyira wo hey sɛ obi ɛpɛ financial wei anaasɛ ne tax ɔpɛ so ɔyɛ bi a mede Mr. Ntim ma wo ɛnɛ deɛ yi a yɛde aba yi mɛnya ne bio no mɛba abɛka akyerɛ mo mempɛ sɛ mɛhyɛ bɔ mɛhyɛ bɔ a mentumi ni so menyɛ Jehovah Witness ni ɔnhyɛ bɔ ai enti mepɛ sɛ mehyɛ bɔ a medi so sɛ menni so deɛ a na memfama no nka enti elder nyame nhyia wo menim yie sɛ waa wo mpo na nka wo se nka mema waa wo nka ne anka wode bɛsa abrɛ yɛ meboa aha
I think next time you can be about adwumamu ne normal as wohwehwɛ ɛwɔ adwumamu bi wɔ hɔ abom sɛ wo say oh you tax me too much obi nso say oh me feel sɛ aban de me ka oh yɛ de sɛ sika bra me sɛ me metua de bentia obi sɛ me ntem tax code wase and all those things
tax ne adeɛ bi ɔhɔ yi ti bi tɛ ne tax na ɔyɛ wu bi a na ɔyɛ adwuma mmienu no ne ade nti next time no nea yɛbɛka ho asɛm no nti yɛda wase elder nyame ɔnhyira
wo before I bɛkɔ no me wasɛm bi a me pɛ sɛ meka
kama me
na on say me de we were talking about planning so nti say yɛhwɛ Bible mu a yɛhwɛ Luke 14:28 to 30 suppose one of you wants to build a tower. Won't you first sit down and estimate the cost to see if you have enough money to complete it? For if you lay the foundation and are not able to finish it, everyone who sees it will ridicule you, saying, this person began to build and wasn't able to finish. Now, this is about planning. And the opposite say, Bibia opposite no, as a sort of na wode paper to ho na wotrɔtrɔ na wohwɛ so na wodi so na sɛ woyɛ normal haphazardly na let's go with the flow sɛ do pension na sɛ manyɛ sika a aban hwɛ me dan mentɔ bi me personal pension me contribute bi me mmae deɛ ɔmo da yɛ me memfi ɔmo nyɛ deɛ ɔmo pɛ sɛ ɔmo yɛ sɛ woyɛ that now one plan you'll be ridiculed. I'm for best plan properly for your future and life will be good when you go on pension. Thank you very much.
Hi, indeed. God bless you. Now dear child to cry so touching because a jabia did a bibi eja nema and nanso ɛhwɛ sɛ ɔbɛboaboa fie nti na EFISEM na yɛ ne mo ahyia no na megya mo hɔ no mengya mo hɔ koraa ɛnɛ nka mewerɛ nka me time no ɔyɛ ayi mafrim yɛwɔ adwomto a ɛbɛkɔ so musical concept a ɛbɛkɔ so ɛwɔ Ghana Prempeh Assembly Hall on the 26th of March yɛbɛwura mu EFISEM Rich Mo 23rd the na ya na mameka 26 na 23rd of March and no one dem mitrim na ka me ko 26 enti no ma change no ko 23rd ebusua on the 23rd of March ye brutal fantastic ni ebesi ewo Prempeh Assembly Hall no fa wani na akohwe enwomtofo ahodo a ebeba wo Ghana Kumasi Richmond Media yen nyina ye ko ne ne adofo akoto nnwom adi Easter na ebeba no nti mistre se wo won hyehyeye bia fa 23rd of March eka ho at Prempeh Assembly Hall na mesi na obehu nnwomtofo ekuku dam adom choral your friend divine choral KNUST for omunina so choral no baby na chese ni nyina ye kwa ne nasefo nnwomtofo ahodo ye fa wani bra na behwe wan say me hu no bobo because omodoso na nipa na to nnwom no se wo panyum ati a woni ma SDA ne memese no nyame nhyira wo se wo beba na wato take it ekra take it free o nti bra na beji wani beto nnwom be yi nyame aye na ye nyina aye mum na Easter no enyefe yo medamase ene nyame de ma no esi ye ni mebre ne apa ho nti nyame ka ne se nyame nhyira wo na watwe se ne ye besa aba na ye ne wo abetwetwe nkomo na ye gya wo ho no ye se bomodin na ye wontoto ye yi na se wunyin ana se wo bre so no oni nyankopon ehia wa misa wo se edie na wo de wo bra ebeye na me nua boni love the kitwa ya ka o say Ghanaian wants to go with the flow and that is the problem. Thank you for sharing, sister. Nyame inshraw yen so de yen ko with the flow kakra bia ibenya no ye pese ye boaboa yen sa no ne ye bobra pa ne ye di bibisie te sa aboa ntetea na se edru eda ensuo to ana ho kire bre na ye ho ankyere ye. God bless you. Nyame nhyira wo.